Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Muhammad Yusuf, and you're now watching TVS News at 5. Let us begin with our top story. Now, the amendment of the title Chief Minister to Premier is attributed to Sarawak's special rights as stipulated in the Malaysian Agreement 1963. Hence, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg stressed that such matter was not to glorify himself, but to strengthen and solidify the government's efforts in realising Sarawak Maju 2030. It does not depend on the title, though, he said, as the key to achieving the said objective are the political stability and unity of the people.
We are a separate entity, and this must be recognized. And I thank the government of Malaysia and all the members of parliament for endorsing the recognition of Malaysian agreement and its annexures, meaning other documents relating to it, such as IGC, by amending the federal constitution, where Malaysian agreement and its annexure become part and parcel of the federal constitution under Article 160, definition of federation. As a consequence to that, GPS is of the view that the designation of the state head of state government has to be different in style from that of the state in Federation of Malaya. Because under the Constitution, also Article 160, the President of Executive Council, meaning ESCO, means Chief Minister, Menteri Besar, and any other non-style of the head of state government. And we are doing it in accordance to the Constitution. And that is not self-glorification, but rather to impress that Sarawak is different from the other states in Federation of Malaya.
Moving forward, Abang Johari said the Gabungan Party Sarawak government has prepared plans and frameworks to further develop the state, mainly to increase its revenue.
And therefore, under the post-COVID-19 economic recovery strategy, we have a master plan for Sarawak towards 2030. And it includes a direction where after this COVID-19, we will try to recover through a new approach in terms of our economic development. At the same time, a new approach to get extra revenue for Sarawak. With that extra financial position, I'm sure we can go through what we have planned, including, of course, your greater Miri plan. Miri has been identified, rich in tourism attraction, rich in its nature, and also rich in its agricultural sector. It's just a matter of technology and also the right policies for us to implement your greater Miri plan. As I said, the moment the bridge to Marudi is complete, then the greater plan is well connected by road system. And we have already included to build a road from Marudi right up to Long Terawang near Malu. In other words, this is what we want to plan and to be implemented in the years to come. And that is the stability we must sustain. Political stability as well as racial stability, harmony among us.
Abang Johari delivered his remarks during the dinner ceremony organized by the Federation of the Miri Division Chinese Associations on Saturday, February 19.
Now, the state government, through the Ministry of Infrastructure and Port Development, is well aware of the problems faced by port users in Sarawak and is actively seeking means to address the issue. Its Minister Dato' Ahmad Douglas Uga Mbas said his ministry, together with the State Planning Unit, port authorities and operators, would convene a meeting soon to discuss the matter. Among the chief problems was the long turnaround time for loading purposes, resulting in them incurring greater costs. The Deputy Chief Minister hoped that through the meeting, the problems would be resolved immediately, adding that Chief Minister Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg is also concerned of the problems faced. Uga also reassured port users that it was the stance of the state government to be pro-investors, noting that they play an important role to Sarawak as they provide job opportunities to the locals and at the same time contribute to the state's economic growth, and that the Sarawak government will continue to put greater emphasis on infrastructure and the ecosystem investors need. Earlier, Uga was met after visiting the Samalaju port in Bintulu on Saturday. During the visit, Uga also met senior representatives of 7 big companies operating in the Samalaju Industrial Zone, which use the port as their export exit. Now, following the implementation of Vaccinated Travel Lane or VTL between Malaysia and Brunei, Sarawak is eyeing its sight on Singapore next. State Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Minister Datuk Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah said Sarawak has made a request for VTL with the island state, adding that the implementation will help spur Sarawak's tourism sector stricken by the COVID-19 pandemic. At present, VTL between Singapore and Malaysia is only with Johor via land VTL and Kuala Lumpur via air. However, Karim noted that the agreement can only be implemented after a thorough study has been carried out. He added the number of daily COVID-19 cases in Sarawak for the past couple of months has been low, and Sarawak is better equipped to handle the situation should a new wave occur. Earlier, Karim was met by reporters at the launch of Pekari's Ratan Valley Trail at Kubaria National Park on Saturday. A strategic lab will be established to discuss in more depth for the foundation of the new party Pesaka Bumiputra Bersatu PBB Youth Wing. It will consist of youth aged 18 to 28 years old. However, its establishment will have to go to several phases before it is presented to PBB's president, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg.
The party's Deputy President Dr. Anwar Rapai said there is a need to have a clear guidance before establishing the new wing, such as its objective and criteria for incoming members.
Kita telah mengadakan banyak perbincangan dan juga mesyuarat, dan akhirnya kita bersetuju untuk mengadakan beberapa fasa sebelum penubuhan tersebut dapat dikemukakan kepada Yang Amat Berhormat Ketua Menteri dan seterusnya di-endorse ataupun dipersetujui di peringkat Mesyuarat Agung PBB bulan 6 nanti. Ini penting sebab sebelum apa-apa perubahan terhadap perlembagaan PBB, kita harus membawanya ke Mesyuarat Agung sebelum ROS membolehkan kita menubuhkan sayap tersebut.
Anwar made the statement during the Fire Prevention and Awareness Program in Cebu on Saturday.
Dalam kebangkitan editorial di musim kedua,
Ne dur bildik ne durak. Ne bir yaylakta ne bir kışlıkta gün yüzü görmedik.
penghijrahan Puak Kai terhenti dengan kemunculan serangan tentera Mongol diketuai Baiju Noyan. Pergelutan, pengkhianatan dan penentangan Sejauh manakah keazaman Ertuğrul dan Puak Kai demi Anatolia? Apakah nasib yang akan menimpa Halimi, Turgut dan Selcan? Nantikan Ertuğrul musim kedua mulai 22 Februari ini setiap Isnin hingga Khamis 9.30 malam hanya di TVS saluran 122 Astro dan MyTV.
Lompatlah busin air besar-besar.
Bawah bukit ke atas bukit ya. Tunggang basikal bersama dengan pencabar anda yang mountain bike, off-road.
Saksikan rancangan info majalah hobi kami pada setiap hari Selasa jam 7.15 malam hanya di TVS saluran 122 Astro dan MyTV.
Dan jangan lupa saksikan Inspirasi TVS pada 8.35 malam pada Sabtu dan Ahad ini di saluran 122 Astro dan MyTV.
Welcome back. Now, a 7-year-old boy was found drowned after a tragic incident in a swimming pool at a resort in Lundu on Saturday. The boy was found unresponsive by members of the public at around 9 a.m.
Lundu District Police Chief DSP Demetrius Lawton said a distress call was made at around 11:18 a.m. According to reports, the victim was said to be swimming in the swimming pool with his siblings and was accompanied by his mother. At around 9:30 a.m., the victim was found drowned in the pool by members of the public who were also swimming in the pool. After the boy was pulled out of the water, his mother quickly performed a CPR, but to no avail. The victim was then quickly rushed to Lundu Hospital. However, the deceased was pronounced dead at the hospital due to drowning. The police are still investigating the case.
The multi-system inflammatory syndrome, or MISC, may occur in children below 18 years old who were infected by the COVID-19 virus. Such critical conditions may result in inflammation of internal organs such as the heart, lungs and brain. To this, the Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah said these children should be inoculated with the COVID-19 vaccine to prevent serious complications.
Nur Hisham disclosed that a total of 174 infections amongst children under 18 suffered MISC from the period of June 2020 to December 2021. Of the total, 25 cases involved children below 1 year old, 38 cases from children below the age of 5, 64 cases to those aged under 9 years old, 36 cases involving those under the age of 12, and 11 more cases affecting 12 years old and above. To date, 7 deaths were accounted to MISC following COVID-19 infection. Nur Hisham also stated that children are also at risk of getting long COVID. Therefore, he advised parents to reduce the probability of their children being infected through vaccination and self-discipline.
As Storm Eunice battered the United Kingdom, thousands of viewers worldwide tune in on a live stream to watch planes land at London's Heathrow Airport amid the high winds, as millions of people across the UK were told to stay home as the storm hit the country on Friday. One YouTube channel has been going viral for capturing and commentating on planes trying to land in the storm.
The live stream channel Big Jet TV is run by aviation enthusiast Jerry Dyer, which regularly live streams airplane landings. Over the course of the weekend, the channel has drawn nearly 7 million viewers. Authorities have issued the first ever red weather warning for London since the system was introduced in 2008, with winds of up to 100 miles per hour were reported. Although Eunice was not a hurricane, winds would reach hurricane force level. Storm Eunice, which began in the central Atlantic and spun up towards Europe, posed a danger to life, Britain's meteorological office said.
And that's all the time we have for TVS News at 5. Join Douglas Elliott tonight for TVS Nightline at 11:30 p.m. Till then, take care and stay safe.